Have you guys heard about this shit going on with Wes Watson's friend? Wes Watson's friend got caught in some madness where they were revealing things about their body and stuff. Very, very funny. I saw it all play out on the Wes Watson subreddit, but this particular YouTuber called Try Critical has surmised it perfectly. I was going to go through the Reddit, but I'm just going to let this guy play and he's going to surmise it perfectly. The username or the YouTube account is called Try Critical. They've surmised it brilliantly. It's pretty crazy, this whole affair. One of Wes Watson's goons has been exposed, you know, for liking stuff. So let's check it out. It's really funny. Really. No, what's this? A funny? It's not like funny, haha. It's just a really bit, it's kind of surprising, but not surprising, if you get what I mean. Let's play the video. Wes Watson's BFF exposed for being a bottom, threatens to kill trans Wes Watson. Incredible. You
want to be proud of that you see in the mirror. Let's stop making you feel like a piece of shit when you see yourself, all right? This is one life to live. Don't you guys understand, like, the better you feel about yourself, the better life becomes? Like, it's just, it's the universe.
You're almost guaranteed, if there's like a really muscular looking white guy shouting at you, the viewer, inside their car, right, via their camera, it's all but guaranteed they're a weirdo or they're into some scammy shit, innit? If you see a white man shouting at you through the power of social media, he's definitely selling you some sort of scam or he's a weirdo. It's all but guaranteed.
Whatever power you believe in above, it's how it operates, man. You guys have got to stop playing with yourselves, wondering why you can't get the chick you want. Like, look at yourselves, all right? Develop self-bettering habits. Number one, like, take care of yourself, look good, feel good.
Self-bettering habits is a funny phrase.
All that builds up your confidence. I get cut once a motherfucking week because it makes me feel good, right? I've been doing that for 30 years, since I was about 14, 15, all right? Stop playing. You guys always want to about getting the chicks. Meanwhile, you look like shit. Like,
Look at the pictures. Yeah, allegedly these pictures got leaked, innit? Look at the pictures that got leaked. And then look at what's in the background. If you're seeing this, if you're watching the video, look at the pictures that got leaked of this guy, and then look what's in the background of this fucking picture. Absolutely crazy.
No.
Fair play, innit? Fair play. Fair fucking
What's
play.
up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with yet another video, man. Glad to have you legends here for yet another episode, and honestly a very disturbing episode, to be quite honest. Some scary stuff, the type you see in your nightmares. Now, the more things change, the more they stay the same in the AMU, the alpha male universe. And just when we thought we finally got an
I don't know, right? I'm gonna play something later. I'm gonna play this clip later. Oh no, I'm gonna show you this post later about this Love Island AI game that allegedly has like crazy amount of followers on TikTok. It's like a Love Island AI. Yeah, no, it's a Love Island. It's an AI version of Love Island, but it's done in like an animation form. And this particular account on TikTok has like millions of followers, and it does like fake scenarios, and you know that kind of like fake animation they do on AI, and it's got millions of followers, right? So I was thinking to myself, not in most of my life or most of the time, I'm the type of person where I don't necessarily like, I won't say flaunt, but I don't necessarily shove my, let's say my intelligence, right? Or my whatever in people's faces, right? I just kind of, go about my life the way I go about my life. But when I saw that post about the AI thing, it made me think, you know what? I'm better than those people. Whoever those people are that follow this Love Island AI account, I'm better than them. And I'm just thinking about this now. The guys out there who genuinely look up to Wes Watson and his friends, because there are dudes out there who genuinely, I'm just looking at this B-roll footage, right? I'm looking at this B-roll footage. I'm going to press mute quickly. I'm looking at this, and there's people out there, there's guys out there who want to look like this. They want to have this life, right? They want to be like in the gym. They think that's peak masculinity. They want to be wearing tank tops. They want to be covered in tattoos. They want to have these hero shots walking through hotel lobbies and shit. I can confidently say, with no level of like ego, that I think I'm better than any man that seriously looks up to these guys and looks at them as like male kind of like, leaders, looks at them as like kind of people that they can follow, that they can kind of admire, that they can kind of learn from. or they can, you know, for lack of a better, for, you know, God forbid that they can replace their actual fathers in that kind of a light, like being an actual father figure. I think I'm better than any man that legitimately looks at these guys as an inspiration, as a fucking North Star. And I think you are too, because this is fucking crazy.
The alpha male universe. And just when we thought we finally got an end to all this nonsense, we get this bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm not even gonna lie, I've got no words. I'm actually speechless, man. This is not only terrifying, it's stuff you see in your nightmares. Now, if you come up against us, you better know what you're signing up for. And it's us versus these alpha lames, and the leaked bullshit we'll be covering today is crazy. Now, if you guys don't know, one of Wes Watson's goons, Nick, or whatever the fuck his name is, just got caught lacking, man. And all credit goes to trans Wes Watson for this. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, this is the same lame from that video of Wes Watson and his goons beating up the...
You know what I really like about it, by the way? You know what I also really like about this whole scene, about this alpha male universe, right? What I really like about this alpha male universe is that most likely all these kids, all these people who are behind these video accounts, right? These accounts that kind of, you know, take the piss out of these people, they're probably what you would deem to be seen as nerds, right? As geeks. So most likely it must really, really get under these guys' nerves that these guys who they would describe as geeks and nerds probably get 10 times the amount of views that they get on YouTube taking a piss out of them. So it's an interesting battle. It's kind of like a high school battle in a sense, right? Like the popular jock kind of guys, the chads, right, going against the geeks and the nerds. But in this particular scenario, the geeks and nerds are beating them all the time. And they're kind of, you know, showing up all their mistakes. They're calling them out. They're poking fun at them. They're exposing them. It is pretty funny to see it play out the way it does, because, you know, these guys, these alpha, quote unquote, alpha male guys, it probably annoys them, knowing full well that, you know, the guys behind the accounts are guys that maybe, you know, if they were back in high school, they would have fucking flushed their head down the toilet. But unfortunately, with the power of the internet, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You just have to sit there and take the fucking abuse. You have to sit there and take the fucking jokes. You have to sit there and take the fucking L's, right? Whilst you try to pretend like you're not bothered by it. But I just love this shit. It's fucking hilarious, this whole little niche that I've kind of discovered recently, the AMU. It's fucking fascinating. It really is.
7-foot monster. We've covered him before. He goes by the name Freddy Krueger Watson, because not only is his face all botched up like he gets beaten up on a daily, this loser does look like Freddy Krueger. Now, word on the street is insane. Allegedly, bro is out here riding dildos, telling people to stick toys up his ass. Like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Jesus Christ.
Are you serious? In what world do we live in where someone acts
Jesus
all
fucking
hyper-masculine online, tough guy persona 24/7, and then offline they're telling people to shove shit up their ass and riding dildo?
But you know what I've heard about this stuff, by the way, from the reading I've done on the Reddit, and plus what I heard from what's his face, Larry Wheels, that steroids actually make you gay. That's what they're saying. They're actually saying legitimately being on gear does something to guys. Not too sure what, but it does something to relatively straight guys and turns them a bit gay. I think Larry Wheels was saying that in his case, he just became like hypersexual. So he develops a crazy porn addiction because he was on mad amounts of gear. It does something to you. Pretty wild, isn't it? It's pretty fucking wild how you can, you know what I mean? You're taking testosterone or whatever you're doing, right? Steroids and shit. And then suddenly you just have this urge to, like, you know, stick something up your woo-woo or whatever else it may be. Really interesting.
Like, what the fuck? This is exactly why you can't take these dudes seriously. It's all fake, all an act. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to make this clear. Everything here is allegedly, all right? Which is actually kind of funny, because if this really is allegedly, then trans Wes Watson must have found this dude's long-lost twin or something. But hey, that's between them. I'm just here covering the story for you guys. That's it. I'm just reporting what's out there, breaking it down. That's my job, and you guys deserve to know what's going on. Yeah, just wanted to clear that up before we dive into this.
The reason why I find it really interesting, because I think outside of steroid use, right? These guys will probably be the type of people who you describe as like the typical homophobes. They're the type of guys where if they see two guys kissing, they get really violent. They want to start hitting them, you know, or they start saying, you know, they start shouting slurs. So I find it really wild. The guys that you would the guys that you would describe as your stereotypical homophobic guys are the same type of guys when they take steroids, they want stuff stuck up their bum. It's such a mad, you know what I mean? Because in any other scenario, they wouldn't do it, you know, in any other scenario. But once they start doing gear, suddenly, suddenly their brain just like, you know, goes into overdrive and they want to explore everything, you know, including men. It's really fascinating. It's really fucking fascinating.
Just make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's cook this moron, man.
Relationship issues, I guess. I don't know what it is.
Because you know what is what I've heard, by the way, and this is from women. You know what I've heard from women. You know what I've heard from women. This is fucking weird. This is really weird. This is really weird. But I'm sure most of you guys have heard from women, especially, saying stuff like guys who are overly obsessed with the gym are kind of gay. Right, it's a common thing that women say. I think most of it's a bit of a cope because I think women in general are kind of selfish, right? They want all the attention on themselves. So I think as a way of a woman to kind of counteract that, they kind of say those type of things. But I wonder, is there some truth in it? Is there some truth in this idea that if you're overly obsessed with your aesthetics, that there is a part of you that's kind of like, because, you know, most of us that go to the gym, including myself, you would know that for the most part in most gyms, you're not really working out amongst girls or women. You're not really, I mean, yeah, there might be some girls that might walk by, you might have a cheeky look, but for the most part, you're in there with other dudes. So if you're in there all the time, you know, admiring what you're doing, admiring what other people are doing, you know, maybe there is a possibility that it kind of ramps up the gay. It ramps up a little bit. And then on the flip side, I've heard other women say, guys who are into like girls like this, guys who are into girls who like dress a particular way, that have like the really aggressive fake boobs, the really crazy fake bum, that there's something gay about that also. It's like a weird like protection signal thing. Like you want to prove that you're straight by like dating this one girl that's like, you know, overtly like feminine looking with like crazy exaggerated features, but then it actually is a way to kind of hide the fact that you might be on the down low. I don't know, but I just find it fascinating personally, because I know that these guys in any other walk of life are typically very homophobic. So to go from being very homophobic to like posting those pictures of yourself bent over, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. Yo, big up, Mr.
Yes,
Yo
it
Girl.
increases your libido. That's when my curiosity spiked with the they themes. Hey, nothing more tough than loading a one-way exit. Steroids got me.
Ah, okay. Increases your libido. That makes sense. So you just get super horny. Okay, I understand. What a crazy drug, man. What a crazy drug. Can't they invent steroids that don't do that? Is that possible? Or is that connected to like the muscle? Why can't they invent some type of steroid that doesn't increase your libido? Or is that or do they go hand in hand? Pretty wild, isn't it, when you think about it? It's pretty fucking wild.
I gotta go soon. I need to relax a little bit. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Talk that shit.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna tell you. Don't fucking tag me in anything if you're a fucking loser. Just don't. Because get your money out. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, big up Abe Martinez. Yes, that's true to it. I'm starting a male I'm staring at male body parts and all day you'll end up appreciating it in some capacity. Yeah, for sure. Interesting, man. So fucking fascinating. I know that because I'm in the techno dance music scene, I know that in general in the techno dance music scene, it is a thing. It is a thing in the techno dance music scene with those type of gay guys. I've heard those guys say that one of the easiest guys that they can kind of turn, the straight guys that they can turn usually are the guys that are obsessed with the gym. That's what they say usually. That's what I've heard usually from those guys, because they already got one foot in their world because of the whole like aesthetical thing, right? That kind of, you know, is more popular within the gay community. I'm like, fuck, but it's just, I don't know, because when I heard the Larry Wills thing, that was what fascinated me most. Because Larry Wills said that his porn addiction was crazy when he was really on a lot of fucking steroids. He was doing mad shit, just like, you know, mad shit. It's pretty mad.
This shit that people saying online.
Yo, big up Wrestling Universal community. I'm good, brother. Hope you're good.
Now, as you guys saw for yourselves, if you had never seen this dude before, and this was your first time seeing him, you would think his face is all botched and shaped weird, but you would also think he's straight, right? especially with all those women around him. Although, let's be real, he was already acting like a weirdo. Nobody even knows what the fuck he was laughing at in that video. But then you see what trans Wes Watson discovered, and bro, you'd actually lose your mind. Honestly, let's keep it real. We all knew this bum was a weirdo, a coward, a piece of shit. None of this is even surprising at this point. Now let's get into these messages, man, and what actually happened. So it turns out trans Wes Watson basically just exposed some wild stuff about this dude Nick, and I'm saying allegedly. This guy Nick was on some trans website posting weird, disgusting pics of himself for everyone to see his balls and something else.
Honestly, the internet is undefeated. How do people find this stuff? How do people find this stuff? Like, the internet is undefeated. He probably thought he found himself a little corner, a little secret corner, right, that he could do his stuff with, right? And no one would know it was him. And then there is somebody out there that also is into that stuff, that also watches the AMU shit. There's always somebody out there. It's so fucking fascinating how people can find this stuff out. Like, just the other day, actually, the other day I was watching I watched a Convicular stream. And like a random girl appeared on the stream, and somehow the chat ended up finding out what her name was, her mum's name, where she worked. Like, how do people dox people like that so easily when they just say their first name? It's like people are so good on the internet with discovery. So you got to move. You have to move so carefully. People be knowing. People be looking. They be seeing. They be watching, because Jesus Christ, man, he's out here on all fours, on all fucking fours in 4K. God damn.
All trans did was bring the receipts. Now, apparently Nick got so mad about getting exposed that he somehow got trans Wes Watson's Instagram taken down. Like, actually taken down, which is insane. I'll pin the link to his new IG. Go follow him and help him build it back up. There's also this Reddit situation where some random guy texted Nick after those pics leaked. The dude says, "How are you, Nicholas?" Nick replies, "Who's this?" Dude says, "Obviously I got your number, bro."
Jesus Christ. Do you remember me now, Nicholas? It's crazy.
A few moments later.
You're gonna get yourself killed playing with these little games. You're always accessible, and if you continue, I'll come and see you and end your life. You got the wrong one. One more threat and your life is over. Okay. Who's this? Who is this? Your worst fucking nightmare. If you continue to play games, I know where you are at all times. And it's not gonna be easy death. Slow, miserable, painful death. Are you gonna attack me with your dildo? Laugh all you want, I got you. I think someone got inside you, but Pirate Nicholas, was it a tranny or a dude? Wow.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious it was trans Wes Watson trolling him the whole time. By the way, trans Wes Watson posted the pics with emojis. He did not expose or show anything at all. I mean, he went easy on him. Now, I talked to trans a bit about it, but I'm gonna keep that part private. Just know this dude Nick is actually unhinged, and those messages speak for themselves.
Fascinating, man. Fascinating shit happening with the Wes Watson crew. I watched another video by Legal Mindset about Wes Watson, and Legal Mindset said that Wes Watson's looking at decades in jail, you know? He's looking at decades. I won't play the video because some of you guys, I'm sure, know who Legal Mindset is. But he said that he's looking at decades. God damn, man. I think one of the worst things you can do in America is commit a crime while you're on bail, innit? That might be the worst. That actually hurts you way more than the actual crime you did. Committing another crime or getting arrested while you're actually on bail is so dangerous in America, man. He's gonna get many, many, many years in prison. It's pretty crazy. And the funny thing is, as soon as he goes down, all these friends are getting exposed. That one's getting exposed to the dildo thing. People are going, you know what I mean? All these friends are getting knocked off one by one. It's pretty crazy how it happens all at one time, you know? It's pretty crazy how it happens all at one time. Big up everybody in the stream chat tuning in. Wagwan G. Big up Easanilla, I see you. Brief Apocalypse, I see you. Big up Ryu Ken, I see you. Big up. Yeah, exactly. Big up. One day you're posing with a dude and the next minute he has his dick up your ass. Bodybuilders are guy. Yeah, I never, you know, I'm not gonna lie, right? I think because my exposure to the gym was never bodybuilding. My exposure to the gym was always like functional fitness, like CrossFit and stuff, right? So I never knew, like I was never really exposed to the bodybuilding community. I mostly, if I was, maybe here and there, if I wanted to like, you know, learn correct form of like a bicep curl, I'll type that into YouTube and I might go to a bodybuilder, right? And check out his stuff. But for the most part, I was mostly tapped into like the CrossFit world and the running world. So I didn't really know all this stuff about bodybuilders and the steroid. I had no idea. I had no fucking idea about all this shit. And the steroid usage and the effects of it, or sometimes the negative, is blowing my mind. I'm like, huh? This is like a thing. It's like, yeah, this is like a thing within the bodybuilder community. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Absolutely wild. And then I also learned about, because I didn't, again, please excuse my naivete, but I also didn't know that bodybuilders are, some of them are super, away from the steroids, they also do the loads of class A drugs. So a lot of them are on the coke, a lot of them are on meth, a lot of them are on speed. I had no idea. I had no idea they do that. No idea. But then it makes sense, because I think about BGL. BGL, when he was with Bappa, he used to do a lot of coke, innit? He was always like having a baggie on him as well. So I guess it makes sense. I guess it's part of the scene, but I don't know. It seems a bit odd to me. Like how you would be able to balance going to the gym that often and also having a drug addiction. But I guess they're just high level, what do you call it? What's the term for it? Is it high functioning addicts or something, right? Or whatever it is, maybe. I don't know. I just know when I have a session, I need to be in bed for like a week, you know? These guys are out here doing drugs and also, you know, fucking bench pressing 1,000 pounds. I don't know how they do it, mate. I don't know how they fucking do it. And then last video in here is the guy actually warning Wes Watson. Last video on this subject is the guy actually warning Wes Watson. Let me play that for you now. Him warning Wes Watson. Let me play that for you now. Bear with me. This is the guy warning Wes Watson.
I can't understand why there's so many snakes in this world, honestly. Like, I've been stepping over them all my life. Stepping on their necks, left and right. Thinking they get me, but they're not. Like, what I'm dealing with in a new city is just, why do there have to be so many liars, stealing, thieving, cheating motherfuckers?
There's a bit of like Brian Callen about this guy, isn't it? There's a bit of Brian Callen about this guy, isn't it? If Brian Callen wasn't a comedian, he'd probably be one of these guys with his philosophy in his Afghanistan, isn't it? I think so. I think Brian Callen would definitely fit in this scene.
I was brought up with certain morals in life. Don't ever trust a liar, a cheater, or a thief. They're straight pieces of shit. If there's a story to something and you're not telling the whole story, that's a lie. If you're holding anything back from anything true because you feel like it's some type of it's gonna put you in a bad situation, that's a lie. Like, guys, why can't people just keep it straightforward? It gets you so much farther in life. These snakes, these bad people, they think they're getting somewhere, but at the end of the day, they're not getting anywhere. I promise you that. They will fail. Game over.
It's kind of wild looking at somebody that looks as old as he is with that kind of voice, isn't it? He sounds like a child. Like, such a weird cadence, isn't it? Is that like illiterate thing? He looks like a really grown-ass man, but he has the cadence and the articulation of a fucking infant or something, like a teenager. Like, why are you talking like that for? But anyway, I guess it is. But yeah, all that to say, the CrossFit world wasn't any better, to be fair. Thinking back to it, when I used to go to a box, I was a member of an actual CrossFit box, and like around the beginning of that, when it came to London and shit. The thing that I hated most about it was the culty religious side of it. So bodybuilding has its kind of problems with drugs and shit and all that will argue. I think CrossFit also has its issues with the general acceptance that paying I think at the time I was paying like £150 or something a month for a CrossFit box to train 3 times a week or something stupid like that. basically to do like guided classes. Don't get me wrong, they pushed you and stuff, and they were challenging, but you're still doing fucking classes, right? So you get to do free class, and I got the pass for free lessons a week. Sorry, you turn up to the box, you do this hour where you have this guy like shouting at you like you're in fucking school, like you're doing fucking PE or something. Like I'm like a grown adult. I'm not getting shouted at and told to like jump like. Go fuck yourself. And also, I'm not good with like group activities and group fun. I fucking hated it. So I did like it for the fundamentals, especially like Olympic weightlifting, like finding out how to actually, you know, snatch properly, how to squat properly. All that stuff was really good. Getting cues and stuff. It's always good to have somebody looking at you, telling you, hey, pinch your back, you know, lift up your shoulders, push your shoulders back and stuff. All that malarkey. But over time, that got a bit annoying. And I also didn't like the overtly religious side of it. Like CrossFit, there are parts of it that's overly like woo-woo. There are parts of CrossFit that are really woo-woo, and there are parts of CrossFit that are super, super religious and Jesus freaks. Like super. Like crazy amounts. So to the point where they'll be praying before the box starts and stuff. Like you know, like writing Bible scriptures on the fucking whiteboard. Like, bro, we're doing lifts and we're running. It's not that fucking deep. So yeah, that was the only thing I didn't like about it. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. And just the idea of going to a class, you know, it's like, ugh. Like doing a group, like, yeah, allow it. But the good thing about CrossFit is that you can do it by yourself. You don't need to go to a box. They put the workouts on CrossFit.com. I mostly do mine from CrossFit Invictus, which is one of the gyms out there in America. Everyone puts up their blog, you know, the programming on the blog. You just follow that and do it yourself at home. So that's a good thing about it. You can just do it anywhere. You can do it in the park or whatever it may be. But yeah, I think every part of fitness, unfortunately, has its weird parts. Running, the fucking run clubs, knock me out. That one, count me out. Every part. There's no like non-lame part. The only non-lame way to work out is just to do it at home. You know? The only non-lame part to do it is just do it at home or go to the gym, headphones on, hood up, and just lock in and go home. Everything else is annoying. Like even now I'm getting annoyed, like because my gym that I go to, it's kind of getting a bit popular now. So everyone's kind of making friends and shit. And I'm still the only one that doesn't talk to anybody. I just go in with my headphones on, head down, and don't make any fucking eye contact and go out. But you can see the friendships forming. So people are in there like, hey man, hey. Before workouts, are having chats and shit. Like, count me out of that shit. Count me out. I come here to fucking disconnect. Do you know what I mean? The last thing I want to do is have a chat and talk about the weather and all that shit and holidays and whatever. Like, allow it. But, you know, whatever. I sound like a hater. I sound like a hater. Let's move on. I just realized I'm just ranting about people enjoying themselves and making friends. I sound like a hater. Let's move on.